Welcome back to a rainy Sunday morning in Wales. After 25 years living in London, I've returned to my birthplace amongst the mountains of the South Wales valleys. Join me as I journey my new life with plans of growing my own food and ultimately creating my own homestead. Videos are posted every week, so if you like this one, give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Nice to see that the road is finished. Nice and smooth indeed. How long now before they have to dig it up for waterworks? I thought I'd treat myself out to a Sunday lunch. Now, I haven't been to Combe Park for quite a long time, so I thought let's pop up and say hello to everybody up there and have a Sunday lunch at the same time.
I think so, yeah.
But it seems I am heading in the direction of the storm. Let's see if I can get home and inside before it really throws it down. Nice to see the road is open, because there was a big accident here earlier today. I am extremely pleased with how much I have done today. And there's a few little spots of rain coming, so I think I have finished at the right time. Plus my energy reserves have gone. So I'm going to have a cup of tea and then head home for a bit of a sandwich, I think. But I'm pleased by that. See, do a little, do it often, you'll get there in the end. You've got to make your own type of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else is along. I bought this about a year ago, and it was always my intention to put it somewhere where I could write on. So I wouldn't mind blocking up this window, to be honest. So if the shed is going where you are stood now, then this could be the daily task board. Write your tasks. I got the idea when I was passing a pub one day in London, and I was thinking, how come their chalkboard still has chalk on it even though it is raining? So I went in and I asked, and you have to have liquid chalk pens. Apparently that is the secret. Let's get a better grip on that. Right, need to take this home, charge it up. Let's just hope there's enough there now for one final screw. Come on now. Yeah. Beautiful. And then maybe one at the bottom without stinging myself. Can you see? The vision is very slowly but steadily coming together. I can see it if nobody else can. Oh. Oh, the last dregs of it. Come on, one more screw. Beautiful. Look at it. That'll do me. It has been a rainy day. Not a lot of wind. We didn't have the storm that was forecast. That was more Scotland. But we certainly had rain. And a tiny bit of wind, but driving rain. Right. There it is. I am putting in some wires, because as you can see, some of them are so laden with fruit they're falling over. This is going to take a while, but it's a very nice evening. The river sounds very busy. I can't see it because of all this Himalayan balsam. There was a talk on in Carmarthen that I was tempted to go, but they never got back to me. And I can see a few other people on the thread. They were asking the same questions as me as well. How much was it? And was there space? Right, I'm going to get my drill. Let me see if that'll work. I'm trying to have my dinner earlier in the day so I can free up the evenings. Get all my work done by 4:30. So I can have my lunch for 5. Is it lunch or is it dinner? Now there's a discussion. I couldn't find my charger from this battery when I went home last night, so I need to have another look because I desperately need it for an up and coming task. Now the gardening books will tell you when you plant things like trees or any fruit bearing product, take the fruit off in the first year because it is all about developing a good root system. That is the official line. And I have in the past, I've taken all my fruit off and I've just left one for the tasting of. But this year, do you know what? I'm not going to follow the books. I'm going to beat to my own drum. Boom, boom. And I'm going to just leave it. Because it's never harmed them in the past. Right, that was the first one. Where's the second one going? 2'6". Try and get them sort of level, you know. Although this would be classed as a winter job. 2'6" there, no, thereabouts. But I don't think I had this up during the winter. I can't remember, to be honest. All I know is it won't be long, the winter will be here. 9:30 last night, it was already dark. I find during the winter I am much more concentrated on the task at hand. I remember in London in the winter it was all about turning up to your allotment early, so 9:30, because by 3 o'clock it was dark, and if you were doing any sort of filming like I was, 1 o'clock was the cut-off point, because the light used to change from 1 until it got dark. And I find in the autumn and the winter I am far more concise with getting on with things, because you know there is only a certain amount of time to get them done. Whereas in this late spring and throughout the summer, you think, oh, I'll do it later on in the day. And then later on in the day comes, and later on in the day goes. And then it's the next day. And then same thing again, I'll do it in a few hours. £3'8". But I'm planning to do a full day down here this week, because great progress will be made. And it'll amaze you, because it'll amaze me as well if it gets done. Now, I am aware that some people have said that they don't like the gardening. So I am interested, if you are one of those people, And it's fine. What would you like to see? We get back out on the walks? Oh, look at that. The battery's gone. Just when I most need it. Ah, ouch. Ooh. Right, let's just leave it on the side. And maybe the tiniest bit of juice will come out. Right, let's get the next bits and bobs. I forgot about that. I made a cup of tea. They say tea is good for the garden, isn't it? Right, what else do I need? Need a bit of wire, and we need a bit of tension. Now, the top one is not that important at this time of life. The important one is the one at the bottom where I can't get the screw out, and the one in the middle. Right, let's try and do this now without it unspringing and causing a bit of a nuisance. I am in a debate whether to put bigger posts on each end. I feel that, well, they're all that I had at the time. I just feel they're a tad too thin. You watch now. As long as I don't take the fruit off, decapitate them as I do this. And there's always one thing you forget, isn't it? And I've forgotten my cutting device. Just run in the shed and get it, will you? Although sometimes if you wiggle it about, it falls off. Put a bit of heat on it. Ollie at the moment is feeling very hot. When he comes and sits on my chest, he is piping hot. Right, let's go and get something to cut. Oh, stretch the back. That's what you got to remember. Right, watch that doesn't spring back now. I have certain pouches on these trousers. Where are they? To put secateurs in. There you go. Yes, I did use a pair of secateurs to cut the wire. It's just the way I am. Living on the edge. Oh. Okay, let's do one end first. It's the simplest of tasks that take an age, isn't it? I've calmed down now with the old air fryer. Now I'm just using it for meals. And I've also put back into commission the steamer. So tonight's meal was based entirely off the steamer and the air fryer. Just open these up. Otherwise there'll be no tension. Oh, it'll be looking like the Victorian kitchen garden by the time I finished here. Now, is something missing here? I think there's something missing. Maybe I've bought the wrong things. Because if I turn that, what is to stop it from undoing itself? Okay, something's wrong here. Maybe I've bought the wrong thing. Maybe I have. I've done this before though, and it worked. So what have I done wrong here? Right, there's not a lot of tension in that, is it? Well, at least it's keeping them up. Not in the way that I intended, but it's doing some of the job. I'll have to go and have a look at my books again. See if I've bought the wrong thing. Every day is school day, isn't it? There you go. That's a bit of tension. Right, let me see now if there's enough. Oh, pull up the top instead. Yeah. Right, just try again. Oh, well that's flummoxed me, that has. Here's something you can give me an answer to. I often get concerned when I do things like this of how much to show. Do you just want the little highlights of me doing this? A bit of fast forward? Or are you interested in looking at the whole job? I try and get a balance of somewhere in the middle. But the problem is when you film something like this now, you tend to rush it because you don't want to waste people's time. Because you watch other people's videos and they're very, not fast paced, but you know, there's a bit of oomph to them. And I always worry whether these videos are a bit too slow. Right. Pop that in there. I'm surprised if I have bought the wrong thing. I'm pretty sure the ones in London were exactly the same as what I bought. Thing is, I bought them a few months ago, so I couldn't take them back even if they were the wrong ones. Right, that's a bit better, isn't it? There you go. That'll do. That'll do for now. Oh, these bloody nettles. At the moment, there's not a day goes by where I'm not getting stung. There you go, they need to be slightly on the slant a bit. Like so. Right, I think that cup of tea is going to be cold, so I might have to make a new one. I don't like wasting tea like that. Somebody's had to be stood in the field somewhere picking it. So the least we can do is drink it warm. Right, come on. Let's have a cup of tea. There they are. There are a few runner beans. Look forward to having them and saving my own seed. In fact, now that I'm looking more, they're all over the place. Beautiful. Well, it's been nice to spend a few hours down here of an evening. Getting ready now for the big push. The big day. Hopefully in the next few days when the weather is warm but not too hot. Right, I'm going to head home now. Have an early night. I'll catch up with you next time. So from me till then, bye for now.